everybody, it's Kelly Acheson coming to you from Menasha, Wisconsin. Today I have a really cool card to show you. This is a shaker card, and being from Wisconsin, we are the home of Harley Davidson. About an hour and 20 minutes south of me is Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where they make your Harley Davidsons. I have to say, I have a special place in my heart for Harleys, and I love the rumble of their engines. So I decided to make this card for my uncles. Shh, don't tell them. I'm going to save it for their birthdays. Both of them are Harley enthusiasts, and I love them to death. So, do you love the little shake there? Our fun little shaker card with our stars floating all over the place. So we've got the inside decorated up also. Birthday wishes to the leader of the pack. I think both my uncles will be absolutely thrilled with this, that I made an effort to make them a personalized card, so to speak. Let's jump right in and get this card made. Come on, I'll show you how. We have the mandatory Harley Davidson colors here. We've got a Tangerine Tango and a black, and then some white to go in there. So this is my card base. It is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Then I've got a layer of black that's 4 by 5 1/4. And a layer of Whisper White that is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So we just get a really little black margin around there. This is just a scrap of black cardstock. And then I've got a window sheet that I have used the Layering Circles die cuts on. These are Framelits. And this is about 2 1/2 inches, and this one is 2 3/4. So we're going to work with this one. We've already cut out our window sheet out of the smaller one. This piece is 1/2 inch, and it's just a scrap, so it doesn't matter how long it is. So let's get started on making our shaker for our card. And this is just a scrap. I'm going to push my badge punch into the piece and punch it out just like that. Now we're going to center our 2 3/4 inch circle over our badge cutout. We're going to run that through our big shot, and this is what we get. So it's easier to punch first and then put your framelit on to center than it is to punch this out and try to center it in here, okay? So just a little tip on that. The next thing we need to do is you need to adhere your 2 1/2 inch circle to the back of your 2 3/4 inch circle, the window sheet. Don't forget to put your window sheet on next, because if you don't, you're going to have to start over. Things don't work out so good. Here's a little tip I picked up by watching videos. These bone folders work wonderfully for pulling mini glue dots off. And I think I really like this. I saw this on one of my Australian Stampin' Up! Demonstrator friends YouTube video, and I thought that is very clever because it works really good. You know how they stick to your fingers, and they're a little tricky to work with sometimes. So I just put some on there. You don't need a whole bunch of them. And now you're just going to center your window sheet right on top. We're going to pull out our foam adhesive strips. Have you seen these yet? These are in the big catalog, the new catalog, and you get 2 sheets of these, and they are cut in 1/8 inch strips here. They're the perfect width to be able to round them around curves. I really, really like them. I was doing a project, so I cut these at 3 3/4 because that's the length that I needed. So that's how long my strips are. And I'm just going to pull one of these strips off of here. And again, like I said, I really like how thin they are, because you can make them, you can manipulate them around corners just like this. So you can get them up nice and tight against your opening. Isn't that cool? So I'm going to use 2 of these strips at 3 3/4. You want to make sure that you're butting them up against each other here so that your shaker, whatever you're going to put in your shaker, doesn't come out. So I want to make sure all the gaps are closed. And you just push and pull and manipulate so that they go where you need them to go. Pretty cool, huh? The next thing I need is just a scrap. And I'm going to choose to stamp my badge using the Tangerine Tango ink. I'm going to bring in my piercing mat because I really like using those. They seem to make all of your stamps, not just the photopolymer ones, but all of them stamp better. Don't you love kind of the shabby chic look about, it's not perfect, it's not completely filled in, the strip behind the journey there. Life's a journey, enjoy the ride. So we're going to move this into our badge punch and punch that out. And now I'm going to bring in my background piece here. This is the piece that's 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. I'm using a black Memento ink pad and the tire tread stamp. Can I show you the stamp set? This is One Wild Ride. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with it. Dawn Griffith actually had this designed. It was part of her $1 million sales achievement. So Stampin' Up! Designed this for Dawn, and she was instrumental in the images. Pretty cool, huh? And I'm just going to do a tire tread right here in the middle. And then I'm going to bring it up from the other side. Now remember, our shaker is going to cover this up so it's not perfectly straight. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. And it doesn't matter if you overlap a little bit too. Not a big deal. But I just wanted to have 3 tire treads here. See, that doesn't look perfect. Just relax, it's okay. This is not rocket science. We are stamping cards for men. No, I didn't do that. Okay, and now I've got Smokey Slate here, and I decided to use that color to fill in my background. And I love this textured background stamp. This also comes with One Wild Ride. I am not using anything other than the stamp set. So it is definitely a great masculine set. There we go. Now we're ready to do our shaker. Are you ready to see how we do this? I'm going to take a little liquid glue, and I'm going to put it on the back of the badge and just center it right in the middle. Just eyeball it, it's okay. And then I've got the metallic sequin assortment, and you're going to take some of these and you're going to just sprinkle them right in the middle of your badge. It's got gold and silver and see-through and white, and they're pretty cool. A little bit goes a long ways here, so don't get carried away. You want to make sure you're keeping them in the middle of your badge also, because now we're going to peel off the backing on these adhesive strips. Make sure they're tucked in here good. And we are going to take this and center it right over the top of our badge. Cool? And there's your shaker. And I know that my uncles are going to absolutely love these cards. They're always mesmerized by what I come up with. This is going to rock their world. Not kidding. And next I took a piece of Tangerine Tango, and I cut it 3/4 inches wide and 1 3/4 inches long. And I'm just going to put a little snip in here. I'm going to turn this into a banner. Have you seen me do this? Snip in the middle as high as you would like your banner to go, and then come in from each corner and cut off those edges, and bam, you get a perfect banner almost every time. We've got some black and white striped baker's twine here, and I'm just going to wrap this around 3 times, and then I'm going to come back and tie it in a knot. I love baker's twine. It's that little extra embellishment that really takes your card from, oh, that's nice, to, wow, nice element. People don't really notice it, but without it, it's just kind of bare. There we go. I'm going to adhere this right to the top of my card. Oh, this one a little longer than I would have liked it. So I'm going to cut this one off, and you can do that too. Except I have glue all over the back of it. I'm going to put some glue right in here. You know how we have to modify sometimes? Well, this is one of those times. I think I put my treads up a little higher than I did on the last card that I made. Take it over to the back, because that'll give you a nice even edge. Next thing we need to do is we need to stamp our greeting. Oh, that's pretty good. Kudos to me. And I'm going to again take and do the, I'm going to cut this just a little bit shorter. I'm going to come in here and do the little banner with my 3 cuts. There we go. And this is going to go right down here. Yep, I really like that in the Tangerine Tango, don't you? And we're going to put that right here on the side. Make sure it looks straight. And again, trim it off from the back. Got just that tiny little border with the black. I really like the look of that, don't you? And then onto our card front. My Uncle Pete and Paul is their name. They are going to be so thrilled with this card. Okay, and then the inside, I've done a 4 by 5 1/4 black and a whisper white that is 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm going to stamp that up because I love making my cards look amazing. Let's see. I think we're going to do a black motorcycle. Love this Harley. And I'm going to do it just right down here. Yay! And then we're going to add some orange accents here with the Route 66. And then our happy birthday words. And I'm also going to do those in black. Oh, and I got them straight. Yay, me! Celebrate that stuff, people. Things don't always go as planned, do they? You can see there's a bigger border here on the white to the black than on the front of my card. Oh my gosh, I love this! That's as far as my singing goes, so don't worry. My uncle Paul asked me one time, I was singing Christmas carols, and he says, "Oh, do you sing in the church choir?" I said, "No, they pay me not to." He thought that was pretty funny. Okay, so here is our Harley Davidson shaker card. Life's a journey, enjoy the ride. Hope today is one wild ride. Birthday wishes to the leader of the pack. Amazing, right? Here's another one that I did in our Dapper Denim with Smokey Slate. Also a really cool card. A little bit different on the inside. So don't forget, One Wild Ride is an amazing stamp set. I love it. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would be thrilled to earn your business. You can pop me an email at kelly@astampabove.com. You can also hop on over to my blog, astampabove.com, and check out other projects that I've made. Add a little sparkle to someone's day. Send them a card.